Every territory that we labor in is designed to reward our labors if we labor accurately. Every territory. Every territory. When I came to Bomoso, I came with 2 bags. I was owing money. I was owing 28 million naira. My business had entered the ground. And I told Jesus, let me stay in Lagos and turn this around. He said, will you go to Bomoso? I said, yes, I'll go. The day I agreed with him, my creditors came and they put pen to paper, and my debt went from 28 million to 4.9 million. The same day I agreed. They just called an out-of-court settlement because we were preparing. Actually, I slept the previous night in the police station in Lagos. God is not intentional about everybody, even though He loves everybody. When some people say no, like you said yesterday, He allows them. When some other people say no, He throws you in the water and then a big fish swallows you. And that Jonah is our elder brother in the spirit. Stay with my story. So, it was the 4.9 million that I came to Bomoso was a deficit. It was my biological father that paid. He didn't have so much money at that time. So he paid over 11 months. When he finished paying, I said, why did you pay? He said, if I saw you as my son, I will not pay for you. Because you willingly walked into trouble. He said, but I saw the value God had placed on your life. And as a fellow Christian brother, I paid your debts. So, that's how my debts went. But I know I came into that town with 2 bags. 1 backpack and 1 box. That bag has become a ministry. It has become a wife. It has become a son. It has become the car that we are using. It has become the house that we are living in. Is that same bag that was the foundation of my coming here? Because if I had stayed back in Lagos, I would have been one of them, not one of us. Every land, and I'm saying this to all of us pastors here, every land is designed to yield. Every land. As long as we serve God faithfully, a due season will come, and that due season is 2022. Where the things that were hard will suddenly become very easy. It's because when we walked in, I heard the word contention, and I asked Jesus, is it that there will be contending? He said, no, He took over contentions for you, so that you've been laboring to fight so that you can have ground here. But now He has pushed you out. It's like a tag team fight. You have touched His hand and He has started doing it. If you know me, I don't say what Jesus did not tell me. I don't. There's no need to create an impression. The original is simpler than the falsified version. But if He tells me and I say it, He will do it. So from the 2nd week of January, the ground will crack. It will begin first at home. It will be green and green and green and green and green. And then it will implicate the ministry. There's money coming next year. There's money coming. There's money coming. When I get to that point in this service, we'll pray that prayer. Because there are 2 financial vaults that God showed me before you guys came in. So I wrote it down. I said 2 vaults, 2 vaults, 2 vaults. It's going to be overwhelming that you'll be wondering, how did God do this? Let's try and travel a little bit further. We glory in tribulations, also knowing that tribulation worketh patience. And patience experience, and experience hope, and hope maketh not ashamed, because the love of God is shed abroad in our hearts by the Holy Ghost, which is given unto us. What experience with God does, according to verse 4, is that it creates hope. there is a spiritual facility that God uses to power hope in believers, and it's the economy of divine promises. What the promises do in the believer is to give us expectation that God will perform. And the Bible is saying, in case you feel that God just, sets people up in hope and then dashes their hope, relax. It began as the outflow of a facility, but it becomes fulfilled by the energies of a personality.